Hey friends, happy Friday. Welcome to be back with you. Today we're going to cover 4 tips to cultivate an attitude of gratitude in your life. Welcome again. If I haven't met you, if you're tuned in for the first time, my name's Tyler. I'm a mentor here at More Success and Significance. We're passionate about helping people solve their problems, get to their ideal life. And the way we best think to do that is to cultivate an appreciation for free enterprise and business in people's lives. So we're passionate about that. Like I said, my name's Tyler. If you haven't tuned in before, if you could just drop me your favorite emoji, your wave, or a thumbs up, or a high five in your comments below, would be wonderful to connect with you. I respond to all the comments, so just be great to find out where you're at, where you're tuning in from. So drop me your favorite emoji below. Just give me a wave. Let me know you're tuning in. I'm always amazed at how many people are watching our videos. So thank you so much for tuning in and participating in our conversations. So let's get into it. We're going to get into 4 tips of cultivating an attitude of gratitude in your life. And this topic came to me because we were actually focusing a lot in our post today around frustration. If you've been looking through our post, we were talking about how people have frustration in their lives, how people tend to do a lot of reacting in their lives, just going along with the flow day to day. And then the third one we talked about is a little bit of perspective change. And as you can see, a lot of those things, or all of those things, are in the mind, right? Our minds are so powerful, and they can take us down positive avenues, or they can take us down some negative avenues and kind of leave us where we are. And so, one of the things that has been so critical for me in my daily routine is to intentionally develop gratitude in my life. And so I wanted to share some of those things with you because it's been absolute paramount that have allowed me to kind of stay down a path of positivity, of appreciation, of graciousness and gratitude, and really allowed me to continue to press on, right? I think we can all admit to ourselves life is hard, life comes with challenges, and how we tend to view those challenges in life really is a make or break scenario about how we're able to be successful, how we're able to move on, whether we're able to move past them. And so I thought I would share with you guys a little bit some tips about how to have an attitude of gratitude, some things that work really well for me, but also maybe share some perspective in my own story as I look back and say, well, where did I come from, and do I have an appreciation of the things that I've gone through? And so if you're tuning in or we're just met for the first time, you may not know a lot of my backstory, but actually, so I come from humble beginnings. Believe it or not, I actually grew up on a dairy farm in the Midwest of the United States, up in Northwest Iowa, and we had a great life. But it definitely wouldn't be a perspective lifestyle of abundance, right? There were definitely things that we had to go without. And I remember growing up, the challenges, and I decided to take a pretty big leap and leave the farm and go to go to a college university that I knew nobody. I didn't have any friends that went there. It was definitely something that was away from where a lot of my friends were going to our state university or the state college. And so I think that was a first perspective, right, of taking a risk, having an appreciation for what that did. One of the greatest things there is I met my wife there. We've been married now almost 15 years, be 15 years this year. And then we continue to go on the sequence. So after that, I graduated. I didn't really know where I wanted to do, what I wanted to do, or where I wanted to go. And I took a risk and I joined a startup company. And that had its trials. Like there was a time when that company didn't know where their next dollar of revenue was going to come from, didn't know what that was going to mean for my job. And so that was risky. That company grew though 20-fold really fast. And so looking back on it, you have an appreciation again for taking that risk of having those challenges, having those struggles. It was along that journey in that startup that I met a lot of people who were entrepreneurially minded, who were doing things on their own or having businesses of their own, enterprises of their own. And I was faced again with another risky decision, some challenges about whether to start my own enterprises. And that was something that we decided to do. My wife and I, we decided we wanted to get into our own business. We saw the value that could potentially bring. We we saw some challenges, but admittedly we didn't even know all the challenges, and we had more challenges setting up those businesses and making those businesses successful. But looking back in perspective, it was those challenges that we were able to overcome that shaped and brought to life the lifestyle and the life that we have today. And I'm just getting ready. So this this weekend, my wife and I were going to go on a quick trip just for a couple days to get away. These were things that would not have been possible had it not been for some of those challenges that we were able to overcome. And I think I wanted to share that with you guys because as I was kind of looking forward to the next few days and where we've been, I also had to reflect on where we had been, our past and our story. And it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. And in the moment, I'm not going to lie, there were times when it was very hard to be grateful for all of the challenges that we were going through. It was hard to be grateful for the things that we were being confronted with. But I also wanted to offer a different perspective, right? That if we can stay in the moment, we can have, I think, a better perspective of some of those challenges that we are going through and can use those to rewire the way that we think. So now, when I look back and reflect, it's much easier for me in the moment to then look at these challenges and to think, okay, I'm grateful because there is victory on the other side of that challenge. There is success on the other side of the challenge. How am I going to feel once I'm able to overcome this challenge, and focusing on those things versus the challenge itself? And so I want you to know, I think setting this up is that I'm with you. For those of you who are going through challenges in your life, who are having a hard time being grateful, I've been there, still there. As we come on and we share this with you, tips and tricks, I want you to know it's not because we're immune to those. It's not that we don't have those. If anything, sharing some of these tips and tricks so that they can help you because they first helped me and my family, my wife, my business partners as we go through and we try to move forward. These are the exact same things that we go through that you're probably going through as well. And so with that, I thought I'd share some of the things that have been helpful for me to maintain that perspective and have an attitude of gratitude in the moment, in these challenges while you're trying to persevere. So the first one is focus on appreciation. And I think you kind of heard that through what I was already talking about in my story, is that it really is a choice to focus on the challenges or focusing on the victory and the outcomes that are going to come from overcoming those challenges, overcoming those hurdles. I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine, and we were talking, and we said, isn't it interesting that those that are really trying to take ground, who are really trying to move forward, those are the people that are facing challenges. So if you're facing challenges, if you have high goals and have high aspirations, I congratulate you. Have an appreciation for those challenges because that means you're moving forward. The next one is choose 3 things to be grateful for each day. This is actually part of my morning routine. In my morning routine, I do 5, but do at least 3. At least if you've never done this before, start with 3 and write them down. They can be anything, and they don't have to be the different things every day. Maybe there's some things that come up quite frequently. My wife and my children come up quite frequently are things that I am grateful for, eternally grateful for. And write them down, and you'll be amazed at how fast you start having a mind and an appreciation for the things that you're grateful for in your life. The fourth one is be around grateful people. I think we've posted on this before, but the people that you surrounded with, the energy that you surround yourself will be multiplied. If you're around people who are not grateful, who are worrying, anxious, complainers, negative, those will take the energy from you. And so the third one is, as a tip, of find some people who are also grateful in your circle of influence and hang around those people. The fourth one is be intentionally in the present. And just like I had mentioned before, as part of my story, was there's been a lot of ups and downs in my life and challenges as we look back at them. But if we stay in the present and don't get too focused on things that are in the past that we can't change, or that are in the future which we can't control, if we can stay in the present and focus on those things that we can control, what we're grateful from where we are, and grateful for the skills, talents, and abilities that we have, and how we're using them to move forward, I think you'll find that your attitude will shift, and the weight, if you feel any things of the past or looking towards the future, will start to lift. So here are the 4 different things in review. So focus on appreciation mindset. Number 2, have three things that you are grateful for. Write them down every day in the morning. The third one is be around others that have a grateful spirit, a grateful attitude. And the fourth one is stay in the present. Try not to be too much in the past or worry about the future. So there it is for this week. 4 tips of having an attitude of gratitude. I hope this is helpful. If it is, wherever you're from, if you're watching this, give me a thumbs up in the comments down below and tell me what you liked best about our video, our post. I love your guys' engagement, love your feedback. So let me know what part you really connected with and what you like best. So thanks for tuning in. That's all for this week. Until next time, wishing you all nothing but more success and significance in your life. Cheers, everybody.